In other words, the ways of animals I identify with more than I do with the ways of the humans. Humans are pretty stupid. Humans won't survive. Humans ain't going to survive. Not the way they're going.
Think they're going to destroy themselves?
Yeah, definitely. They're going to destroy every fucking thing. They're destroying everything. See, people don't realize how many... If you sit down and you started thinking people, it would take you 10 weeks to think up 200 million people, man. Do you know how many people that is? Now, you run out of food with 200 million people. You run out of oil with 200 million people. You run out of thought with 200 million people. You got a lot of meat there, man. That's a lot of meat to deal with, dig? You know, I'm reaching for perfection, just like we all reach for perfection. But my perfection is in the air, the water, the trees, and the wildlife, and it goes beyond my physical. You see what I'm saying? In other words, they can't understand. I've already gave this physical up, man. The physical's hanging down there on the courtroom. You know, if you want to interview me, why don't you go talk to the DA? Maybe he can make up some more lies for you, some more stories for you. And here's another thing that you people talk about. All these peace movement, all these demonstrators, they'll run out and demonstrate for a nuclear power plant and go home and turn electricity on. If you want to demonstrate for a nuclear power plant, don't use electricity. Does it make sense? You know what I'm saying? They want to demonstrate for something on one hand and get their faces up in the camera and like, look at me, I'm different, you know, or pay me to be somebody, you dig? And then on the other hand, they can't be somebody because they go home and turn the fucking electricity on and use the same fucking pollution. You dig what I'm saying? In other words, you can't protest cutting down trees with paperwork. You can't protest pollution riding around in automobiles. You dig? I told you 40 years ago, get back to the horse, man.
What's the best way to change things?
I get back to the horse. If you don't get back to the horse, there's going to be nothing left of you. Now, it's dawning in the minds of many. It's dawning in the minds of chemistry. It's dawning in the minds of biology. Anybody that wants to put order into the world, anybody that's got a brain that wants to put order into the world has got to stumble upon Hitler. Because Hitler started putting order into the world. And when he started putting order into the world, it threw him out, it overwhelmed him. It was too big for him. He couldn't do it, you dig? Nowadays, it's a different computer. It's a different, if it's a different world, it's a different thought. Nowadays, you don't need all that explosive power. You can do it on your computers with your buttons and stuff, with your aids and baids, and with your biscuit berets and and Jackson wants to run to be president. Man, you better hope somebody wants to be president. You dig what I'm saying? But who in the hell would want to be? Can you conceive of what kind of brain would want to lead these fucking Rube Scoops out there? And you know, because there's no communication with them. You dig? If you took a horsewhip and beat them, they still wouldn't understand what the hell you're talking about because there's no intelligence there, man.
There's too many people.
Oh man, yeah. You know, they'll pray for Hitler to come back. They'll wish he had been here. They don't have the intelligence to change. Once you get them, they'll go, the rest of their life, They'll do that for a paycheck, You tell them, don't do that no more, and they go, There's no communication. You tell them, I told you, stop doing that. And they'll go, I said, stop it. And they'll go, and you cut someone's fucking throat and throw blood in their face, and they'll go, You see what I'm saying? In other words, there's just no intelligence, man.
So you don't have any hope for mankind, man?
Not on that level. Not on that level, I don't, no. That's not mankind. That's not intelligence, you know. It's not even beast. It don't have the intelligence of a zoo, you know.